In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to tie a tie. Now, it's very important to know how to tie a tie for several reasons. There are a lot of occasions that are really important for you to dress formal, like a job interview or a wedding or maybe a school dance, or if you want to make a good impression on a first date, maybe really ties the whole outfit together, makes you look formal and professional, and it makes you have a very good impression. So here's where
So I would say this video is for anyone who needs to or wants to learn how to tie a tie. The purpose of this skill would be for if you need to be in a formal setting or you're in a formal setting a lot, then obviously a tie would be very helpful. So learning how to do this is a very helpful skill. Based on the description of the feature, what should these instructions allow you to do? So after this video, I should be able to put this tie around my neck. So
what we're going to do. We're going to take the tie, and I'm going to refer to the two ends of the tie. Obviously, you can see one end is very skinny, and the other end is a lot wider. I'll be saying throughout the video either the skinny or the slim and the fat or the wide end. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to take the threaded part. And what I mean when I say threaded, there's like a little line that goes through here, and you can see that that's how the tie was sewn together. And then the other side is completely flat. The flat side is what you want on the outside when you're done tying your tie because it's nice and slick. And the threaded side even has this little tag on the inside. It has this thread going all the way through it. Now the threaded side you're going to have against your body, and the smooth side you're going to have on the outside. Now what you're going to do here is you're going to start with the fat end or the wide end on your right side, and you're going to loop the tie around you so the skinny end is on the left side. So right side, fat, left side, skinny. And the threaded end is going to be against your body. So you have smooth going all the way on both sides. Now the way to line it up is you're going to want about a foot difference between the end of the skinny end and the end of the fat end. And I'll line it up how I think I should do it, and I'll show you that's about the difference it should be. It's just about a foot, maybe a foot and a half difference, just so you have enough room up here to work. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take the wide end on the right side, and you're going to cross it over top of the skinny end. So that you can see I took the wide over top of the skinny. And now what you're going to do here is you're going to pinch this with your left hand, and your right hand is going to be doing most of the work. So you're going to pinch it here, and now what you're going to do is you're going to take the wide end and go underneath and over top of your fingers here. And now it's really important that you keep this part here loose and you keep it open. It's going to be what I call the horizontal loop. And now what you do is you fold it over top of your fingers. So again, this wide end comes back to the left side that it was on after the crossover. And you're going to push it up through this little hole between your throat and the knot. So you pull it up here.
gotta go back. Sorry.
Cross it over top of the skinny end. So that you can see I took the wide over top of the skinny. And now what you're going to do here is you're going to pinch this with your left hand, and your right hand is going to be doing most of the work. So you're going to pinch it here, and now what you're going to do is you're going to take the wide end and go underneath and over top of your fingers here. And now it's really important that you keep this part here loose and you keep it open. It's going to be what I call the horizontal loop. And now what you do is you fold it over top of your fingers. So again, this wide end comes back to the left side that it was on after the crossover. And you're going to push it up through this little hole between your throat and the knot. So you pull it up here, and you can even just drape it down just to take a break or if you need anything like that. And then you're going to take this little horizontal loop, and you're going to take the wide end of the tie and push it straight down and pull it through. Just like that. And now what you're going to do is you're going to kind of fix things up so everything looks nice and normal, and you're going to slowly pull your fingers out while tightening up the bottom. And you're going to start seeing that you're making this knot here, and you're going to pull it a little bit tighter. Now I've only got 2 fingers in there. I'm still making sure that it's intact, but I'm just kind of pulling my fingers out, and as you tighten it up, you start to make this the knot here that is the tie knot itself. Now you want to make sure that you still have a little bit of this skinny end in the back here because that's what's going to help you tighten it up. So now you can see in the back, I just have this little skinny end that I'm going to pull on with my left hand, and I'm going to grab the knot with my right hand, and I'm going to pull down with my left and up with the right, and it's going to come right up towards my throat. And now you don't want it too tight and you don't want it too loose. And now if you accidentally do pull it too tight and it feels really annoying, you can either just grab here and shift it down like that, or if you need a little extra help with it, you can grab on the left side and pull that through. As you can see, it's directly connected to this little skinny end and it's going to pull right through. So just to repeat how to tighten it up, grab on the skinny end that should be behind the fat end of the tie, so you can see it's directly behind. Both of the threads are still going to be towards your body in this, and you're going to pull it right up towards your throat, just like that. Now, the great thing about this is even if you're kind of crunched for time and you don't have enough time to go through the whole shabam and make the tie again, all you can do is loosen it up. Now make sure that this end doesn't come through the knot, but loosen it up to the point where you had it before, and then you can just pull it right off your head and leave it just like that for next time. So then the next time you're in a rush, you got to grab your tie, you just throw it on your head, pull it up, tighten it up, and you're good to go. Now you want to make sure that if you have a collared shirt, which is likely what you're going to be wearing when you have your tie on just for a formal attire, that you have your collar popped up and you're doing all of this over top of it. Or you want to make sure you pop your collar before you put it over your head, put it around it, tighten it up so this is in front of those top buttons, and then flip the collar down over top of this. You don't want to have anyone seeing this over top of your collar. And then you're all spiffy and ready to go, and you're good to go for your occasion. All right, guys, thanks for listening and appreciate you. See you next time.
That was really good. I think I've done this correctly. Okay, so were there any steps of the instructions that were confusing, hard to follow? Not really. Uh, the second part, after we got right before the loop, before we put the wide side inside the opening to put it down. I don't know. Um, that part was a little confusing, but that was my fault because I didn't have a clear view of what I was doing. So I kind of had to like look at it from a different angle than I found it. So that was good. Um, were there any simple, straightforward steps that were over-explained? I wouldn't say so. Everything that was explained was like pretty important to what the video was for. Like the part about the seam right here, that's important. That should be going inside. You don't want that like on the outside, obviously. So yeah, I think everything was explained simply. What would you change to make the instructions more helpful? Um, I would, I don't know, I would add a different camera view so there's like different angles that the viewers can watch it from. That's about it.